supporting the people that you know.
Speaking of local shows, we got to see a really great show. Jay, you were the referee for the MMA fights in Belleville last week.
There was just there was only 2 fights. It was a kickboxing match along with a couple MMA fights, but those 2 fights were extremely exciting.
They were really good fights, and the kickboxing matches were really good.
It was a good night of kickboxing, else, but I favor the MMA, and I was mostly there. I was there to referee the MMA fights, and I enjoyed that the most. But it was as soon as the MMA fight started, the crowd went crazy. There was so much excitement.
And we were very fortunate that fight to meet 2 of our next 2 guests. And sitting across from us right now are 2 local Muay Thai. Is that right? Would you say Muay Thai is?
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. Kickboxers. And first we have with us Shauna Restivo. Welcome, Shauna.
Thank you.
And one of your training partners that you work with, Elmir. Oh, Elmir, I'm going to mess this up badly. Let me try though.
Let's try it.
Kulosman.
That's good.
Kulosman.
Perfect.
Okay, I have some Bosnian friends though.
Perfect.
You never know.
I'm actually impressed.
You're what?
I'm impressed.
Oh, thank
A lot of
you.
people say it wrong.
So, where do you guys train out of?
Currently at Rodrigo Baggies in Fenton. So, yeah. Do you want me to speak up?
Yeah, please do. Who are you training with over at Baggies?
The coach is Fuad Karanovich, but this guy has spent most of his time training me though, so I give him more of my credit.
Very good. So, Elmir, you've been doing this for some time now.
About 6 years. So.
About 6 years, and you've had 8 fights, I
8
believe?
fights, yeah.
What's your record?
6-2.
6-2, very good record.
I was on one of Jim's cards actually a long time ago, and I got disqualified in one of the fights. So that's where the second loss came in at.
Fighters
Why
have
did you get
attitudes.
disqualified?
Because of the referee. Steve Snipes and Fuad have a lot of background issues, and he doesn't like any of his fighters, and I got disqualified for knee.
Oh.
Well, I think Steve has a misconception, whether it was true or not, that one of the knees went to the head, that he pulled it down into the head. So
The guy was actually an MMA guy, so he kept
Ducking down
a lot.
So you fight Muay Thai rules
Muay Thai
only?
strictly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
We don't like to
And international rules with Muay Thai, there's no knees to the head.
Yeah, internationally you can't knee at all. Actually, you can only do leg kicks. And
No
Muay
knees to the body?
And Muay Thai you can actually knee to the body and set to the head.
I mean, international rules.
International you only go to the leg kicks.
Oh, there's no knees at all? Oh.
So I haven't done any of those fights. Try to finish a lot of fights with knees, so I don't like the international rules.
Where do you get a chance to fight with the knees?
All 8 of my fights actually so far have been Muay Thai K1 rules.
Yeah, amateur K1, you could do knees to the body.
Knees to the body, yeah. Internationally you can, so I try to stay away from that.
Yeah, international is what we
Only leg
old
kicks.
school called leg kicks.
Yeah,
leg kick match, yeah.
Kickboxing, in my opinion, with a few leg kicks added.
Right. Well, it's better than having to fight high kick when you're a Thai fighter, I know. But you guys train for elbows and everything else that you can't throw on an amateur level.
Yeah,
and it makes it a little
you can
hard.
throw them only to the body, which I don't know how you can throw an elbow to the body.
Just like a hook.
Yeah.
I think I would need a guy that's like 6'8" in order to pull that off.
Yeah. I agree. That's
Yeah.
If it happens, it must have happened by, wouldn't you say, Jay, by accident maybe? Probably. I mean, depends on your position and everything else. But yeah.
I mean, in MMA, you can use it a lot on the body because you're on the ground and you use the ground to hold the guy and you elbow him. It works okay.
Not at a kickboxing range, I wouldn't think.
No, we have to be creative about it.
Yeah, I didn't miss being.
You can be creative with that.
I haven't missed being a retired.
Yeah.
I haven't missed being a retired old fighter now until I start seeing. I remember that all the fighters come in with the pretty girls. That's where the young ones, all these fighters all got pretty girls around them. And now I missed it again, I guess. I don't miss the getting punched.
But what if the fighter is a pretty girl?
Yeah.
There you go.
She just sat next to me, and I thought that she was his girlfriend. And I asked her if she's a fighter. She said, yeah. And she's so pretty.
Pam, you
she's
have
gorgeous.
you have to go on the Ground and Pound website at riverfrontradio.com, and if you look just below the main frame there, it is a picture of Shauna, and it's Elmir training Shauna prior to one of her fights, and.
Very impressive.
It's very impressive.
Great form. We were all sitting there with, damn.
Yeah, you hear me?
I heard
I'm on
about you.
camera.
I heard about you the other day.
We were watching, I was watching you do the warm-up, then I looked in the other room, watched the other girl do the warm-up, and I felt sorry for her.
Yeah.
I felt sorry.
I got a little too nervous, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the other girl turned out to be very good. She was a very good fighter.
Very aggressive.
She just didn't have near the form
I
or
was just
near
gonna
the
say,
stuff.
she was just a little too aggressive. I got a little
That was
frustrated, but I mean, the power was absolutely nothing compared to him hitting me.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, this isn't Elmir hitting me.
Yeah.
I
Your
can
hands
take
look
this.
great.
Hard.
I mean,
We're
good
all
thing
in
that
there
you
going,
are-
damn. You punched hard, you kicked hard.
Heck,
You
I
were
threw
good
in a
form.
couple double kicks. I saw it. I'm like, where did I pull that out of?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
We're
remember.
gonna start a rumor how you hit girls
Now
now.
I'll argue with Jay that,
Hey, I'll
you
hit
know,
boys too. I'm not.
because I've seen it
against
several
it.
times now, that punch, that left hook that she gave sent that girl to the canvas.
And they did
She
give her an
didn't
8 count.
Yeah, I actually watched that over and over and over.
I mean, it's a
That should've
clean
been-
hook
that-
to the
That was
face.
a cross and a hook,
Or
and
cross.
I actually dropped her, and
She had her feet crossed.
You guys,
She had her feet
Regardless-
crossed as well. She
regardless-
tripped over her own feet with
I
it.
think
Once
There
you
was a
get
hit,
yeah.
but her feet were crossed
There
and
were
she
2
fell.
hits.
But you
Jay.
fell down too, and there was.
That was
Oh,
a
that
lot.
was from the front kick that I
Yeah.
fell backwards.
Right, I'm saying both you guys fell, and neither one of you guys were knocked down really.
Oh, no,
Both
she got right back
up.
up. She wasn't in trouble. I'll give you that. But it was
Yeah.
it was a clean.
It was a fun fight. It was
Yeah.
fun to watch.
you guys have another cute fighter that's been on our card too out of St. Jim, Fwaz, Ashley. She's
Yeah.
a real pretty young lady too, and she's a tough Thai fighter. So
Shauna, have you had a chance to go up against Ashley at all?
We spar, yeah. We spar every week usually.
Senior same weight class?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
Did you do much for us before this, or is this?
This is my first experience with any combative sport.
How did you end up in, just walked in, said, hey, I'll go to Boggies and do
No,
Thai boxing?
my background, I actually went to college for a degree in nutrition and fitness, so I've been a personal trainer for over 4 years. So
Right.
I always look for things to challenge myself, I guess.
How did
Where
you
you
find?
train
I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
Where did you personal trainer?
I actually personal trained for a company called Dynamic Fitness Management.
Oh, sure.
But
Club Fitness?
we're out of the Club Fitnesses.
Never
so,
heard of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually on TV for that right now too, because the Show Me St. Louis does the Lose a Ton Challenge, and one of my contestants that I'm training is still in the contest, so she's lost like 16 pounds.
Hey, let's give a shout out for her. Who's
I
that?
know, Jen Reimer. She's
Reimer, way to go.
Yeah, so if she's ever up for elimination, you know who to vote for.
If she wins, you'll have to bring her back out here. We'll give all her props.
Yeah, except she gets a trip to Mexico, and I don't get
Right.
anything. So
Wow, that's not fair.
no, but
How did you find?
Life's not fair.
How did you find Elmir? How did you find the Vagi school?
I had been there before to see a jiu-jitsu tournament, but honestly, I just saw the show Fight Girls, and I was like, that looks like something that would be kick-ass, and you know, Thai guys are pretty elite when it comes to training, so I'm like, I bet I could get some pretty good training. Walked into class, and actually Fuad wasn't there that day, so Elmir was running the class, and he's like, yeah, I'm actually fighting in a couple weeks, you should come watch it, see if you like the sport, and I did, and
the rest is history.
yeah, I just did it for fitness for a while, and then I'm like, I could fight, and then just, like I said, just
Yeah,
rolled.
she's very
Well, you
talented.
throw an elbow combination on that video that we have on there. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really nice the way you train her, Elmir.
Yeah,
It's
she's-
obvious that you know, you're a very good trainer, not
She's
just a fighter.
really good. She's probably the most talented person I've ever met.
Really?
Probably most skilled. I've trained a lot of people when it comes to Muay Thai, and power-wise and everything, she's excellent.
Yeah, you got a lot
I
of
think,
pop in those.
I think she has.
Well, you got another event coming up this weekend, right?
What?
You got another event coming up this weekend?
Tell me this big.
Yeah, I entered the Arnold Classics, yeah.
Are you still going?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Elmir, you're fighting in the Arnold Classics as well?
I was thinking about it, but I think I'm gonna focus on her.
Oh, very
I
good.
think I'm gonna step back and make sure she gets the attention.
With the
that
way
she
the first
needs.
one ended, we need a
Yeah.
little reinforcement
Uh,
there.
No,
But-
I just
yeah,
think she's
I
good.
can see you doing very well. I can
Yeah.
see, you know, you had some first fight jitters, but it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
really so much that because you still performed.
Yeah.
I think you ran
Thank you,
into,
Andy.
yeah, well, you ran into a very aggressive person, and once you learn to deal with that, and I think Elmir's probably got a couple ideas, a couple of tricks up his sleeves on how to, work with that.
Yeah.
But
You know, you were definitely, in my opinion, I mean, I thought Jamie, that's your opponent,
Yeah.
did a great job, skilled fighter, but I did think that, the skill level that you bring, if you could step up that aggression, is going to give her everything she can take.
And it was your first fight, right?
Yes.
well, yeah, you guys come out of. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And like I said, I've never done anything combative, and I've only been training for about a year, so it was definitely nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah.
So
And you had your family there.
too many.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. First fights, no pressure until I get comfortable in the ring. So
That's what
it's
she did.
Have
She
you
went
ever-
out of town for her first
yeah.
fight.
I mean, it's different when you have
Yeah.
people cheering. You can actually
That's
hear
why you want to go,
single
a lot of
voices.
people go out of town for their first fight.
Yeah.
I heard a bad
So you don't have